Throughout the Bible, we're given the command to remember the Sabbath day and to keep it holy, but there's not a lot of suggestions as to how we're supposed to go about doing that. The reason why there isn't is because there's a very clear example given to us in the very first portions of Scripture. It says in the Torah that we're to emulate the ways of God. We're to act as God would act. In Genesis chapter 1, in the first part of chapter 2, he tells us exactly what he did and what Sabbath was to him and why it was important to him. He looked at all the things that he'd done, and he saw that they were very, very good. And so he took that seventh day and he rested. And he remembered the things that he'd done that previous week and enjoyed the goodness of it. In Ecclesiastes it says there's nothing good for a man but to enjoy the good that he's done. And so Sabbath is taking that seventh day and resting and remembering the goodness, the good things that you've accomplished, the good things that you've shared with God, the good things that he's done for you. And sitting together with God. It's like a father and a son, and the son comes to the father, and the father puts him up on his lap and says, why do you have to share with me today? And enjoying the goodness of that previous week. That's difficult for us because we don't tend to think of the good things. We tend to think of the things that are a burden to us, or troubles, or frustrations. And a lot of what Sabbath is taking those things that are a concern to us and putting them on a shelf and saying, God, I need to deal with these things, but let's just put them away for right now. For a day, we're going to not worry about the concerns and the frustrations, and we're going to remember the goodness of who you are and the things that you've done for us, and share together the good things that you've given us this week. Part of the reasons why we can't remember the Sabbath and are frustrated with our Sabbath experiences is because we're very selfish. And remembering the goodness, or remembering the things that we've done for other people and the way that we've helped other people, and the way God has shown himself evident in the lives of others. We tend to be very focused on who we are and what our needs are. Sabbath is a time to step back and be part of the community and not simply be an individual. In Jude it says right before, 2 generations before Noah, before the good thoughts of man were continually evil, 2 generations before that, in the days of Enoch, in Jude 1:14, he says that he said every thought of man was selfish. And so we went from being selfish right away to being evil. So the Sabbath is really to protect ourselves from that inclination to become ingrown and to start looking at the world from God's perspective and enjoying what he has created and what he has provided, and looking forward to what he is going to continue to give to us.